Hello everybody, and this is Malcaspia. So I'm going to adjust my mic there, sorry. Alright, and we are going to retry Ascendancy. I uploaded some of the first videos, but they're kaput. So the sync delay was just too much for myself to keep uploading that, and some other people it bothered as well. It looks like the later videos were unaffected. So, like, once you got past, like, video 5, like, it was fine, but for whatever random reason, the first, like, 4 videos were not. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let's just redo this. Not only that, I found out that I was actually not running the Antagonizer patch last time, and so that means that I wasn't fighting the badasses that I wanted you guys to see. So let's go ahead and do this. I will play the intro for you. And there we have it, guys. That is the intro to Ascendancy. So, with that, let's hope and pray that the synchronization gods will bless us to stay. And let's start a new game. So I'm going to go ahead and cover briefly again what I kind of did on the first set of videos. I'm going to choose a sparse star cluster, because this will provide us with enough variety of planets and stars and whatnot that we'll have a pretty interesting game. And it'll also make controlling each star more viable and make the game shorter, because I don't want this to be something where it's like 100 videos long just of me fighting in starships. I definitely want to show you guys the game, show you the difficulty of it, the strategy of it, and kind of move on. So there will be 5 different species. Now, the atmosphere determines the difficulty. This is a neutral atmosphere. Everyone kind of gets along as normal. No one really declares war unless there's hostile action. It's pretty okay. Hostile atmosphere actually gives all the AIs different bonuses to their research industry, and they also will declare war on you as soon as they meet you, pretty much same day. So you got to be very prepared and be able to hold on to what you've gained. So we'll have it on the hardest difficulty setting. With the Antagonizer patch, that actually upgrades the AI that used to be terrible, is now decent. So we will go ahead and pick our color. And these are the different races. The minions basically are awesome at invading. Their invasions always succeed. They're pretty cool. The Sovendomas, their ships have double toughness. Orphas can build on black squares, which no other race can build on because they're inhospitable. Kambuchka can sense other races' homeworlds. Handshacks start out the game being able to talk to everybody. Fludentries can repair all their ships in a single round. Now all these have timers. These special abilities have timers on them, except for a few. Balaflids can make everyone stop declaring war against them. Pretty useful. Some Paramons can double the power of their ships. Fruit Macas can repel all species heading towards their star systems. So if they're in a wormhole called a star lane in this game, heading towards their system, they can repel them back to their home world. The Shivar can sap all the energy in the ships that are in their systems. The Govarum can transform their least populated planet into a paradise with special squares that if you build on them, they will give all your buildings bonuses. The Anguma can confuse everybody's ships and bounce them back into like their star lanes, like they'll head back to where they were going, kind of similar to the Fruit Maka a bit. The Dubtax, as long as two different species share a single technology, they can steal that technology. So the Capelons can make their ships invincible for one day, or their colonies invincible. So if you're like in a real strict bind, you can make yourself invincible. The Mebes can maximize or increase the maximum population on all the worlds by 1. Very useful ability. The Oculons can see all of the star lanes in every system. So like all these planets floating out here, they will be able to see all the links. So like say like this one has like a link to like 4 of them. They're like, well, that's the key system to establish control in. Because obviously that's, has the most navigation points. It's a bottleneck. The Abrils can block access to all their systems. The Marmosians can make people declare war on whoever's declaring war on them. The Chronomists go through star lanes quicker than other races, making their logistics system of, hey, I need to get my ships from A to B much quicker. The Kamachis can research any one technology in one day. That makes them pretty much the most powerful race in the game, in my opinion. However, the other races with their abilities, they're very good as well. So it honestly depends on what kind of strategy you want to go for. But just because usually in a game like Ascendancy where technology enables you to have better gadgets and gizmos, I would say the Kamachis are up there. And my second favorite race to play is the Nimbuloids. They are composed of dense gases, then they're also badasses in industry because they can cut in half the time it takes for all their planets to finish constructing. So that actually is all the races and their special abilities. Ascendancy has some great music for all the different races. So last time I was actually going to play the Kamachis. And I think I'm going to do something different this time because whoever watched those videos of the Kamachis last time got to see them in action, how powerful they are. So, and I just got done playing a Nimbuloids game. So I think I will show you the Mebes. I really like their special ability. Being able to increase their maximum population by 1. Some of the others I like playing is like the Dubtax, the Steel, the Govarum, they make their planets like paradises. That's awesome. I think if you're going to go with an absolute most aggressive race possible, the Minions, because they only need 1 invasion module on each ship to successfully invade a planet. And I know, for those who haven't played the game, that doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but it will quickly, as soon as we hop in. So I'm going to play the Mebes. You get to see their big ball asses. Just giant single-celled organisms that roll around eating food. So, all the races have a little story of why they're leaving the solar system, or why they want to reach for the stars. None of them really come into play. Like the Kamachis, for example, their home system is supposed to explode because the wormholes, the star lanes, are in an unstable configuration. There's a plague growing on our planet, so honestly, that doesn't even happen. You can still live in your planet forever, so it's all good. So, here's the outlay. Our special ability takes 72 days to generate. Other races take more or less time, just depending on how good it is. This is a really good one, so once every 100 days. Here is the map. You can spin it around. You can see that my home system is here, and there are 2 different systems you can travel to from my home system. As you explore, you get to see more of these. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit. Okay. So, here is my planet. Here's the solar system I live in. As you can see, we can spin it around still. This is the planet that I inhabit. My little colony base. How fast my population grows. How fast I can build things, industry. How fast I research things, research. How much population I have free, the guys just sitting there idle, and how many are working in a building. So one's working, one's free. I have nothing building on this planet. Here's another planet, right for the taking. As soon as I can build a ship with a Starlane drive, I can go into one of these Starlanes and discover the systems outside of my own and start colonizing and taking control. So with that said, let's start building. First thing I always like to start with is an agriplot. That actually makes population growth a lot faster, which the more population you have free, the faster you can effectively build things. As you'll eventually get an industry that is so strong, you will be able to build things in 5 days, but your population will not grow until 15. So if you actually take like 10 days to build the agrplot, then 5 days to build the factory, by the time the factory is done, 15 days total, you'll have a new population, and you can keep building. Whereas you don't have this like lag of wasted time. So, here we go, 27 days. And this nets me the red square, which produces 2 points of an industry for me. I'll build a factory there. Wait, 1 day, I get another population. I'll build a laboratory, which will net me some resources. So I have 3 per day, which all the industry lowers the cost of all the different buildings that you can build. So the more factories you have, the less time it takes to build stuff. So build a host of factories, then build a bunch of laboratories. You're effectively increasing the rate at which you can research things. So that is the basics. There's our first laboratory. We discovered it. We'll start discovering the research tree. The research tree you can spin around just like everything else in this game. It's 3D, which really was a cool concept. You could interact with everything. Even if it really didn't mean much, you could still just spin things around and play with them. That's what I liked about Logic Factory's games. So, we're going to start researching orbital structures. No free population after I built the laboratory. So we're good to go. So, guys, I'm actually going to end the video a little earlier than 15 minutes because before, when I was recording up to 15, it was giving me some audio desync. So I will go ahead and meet you in the next video.